Hello guys, and welcome back. So I've done a sim using one division, and this is the result I have. We have the expansion, we have a lot of gold details, and it's rising as an explosion. Now I'm gonna show the other Steam file, and let me hit P. So the input is pretty much the same. I can just find it. So this is the sphere, and then I think so this one to 2. So this is the density, the fuel source as well, has the same inputs, and then this is the network. The fuel is animated as well, similar to what we've done. And then the buoyancy, I found out that it's higher. I believe the default that I used, let's see what the default is, it was 5. And then the cooling rate here is 0.45, and the temperature diffusion is 0.5, which I will talk about in a second. And then the pretty much everything else is the same. Is the same as what we've done. We've animated the gas release and set similar values, and then I only used these two guys, and in the other version we added everything, and that's pretty much it. And again, I'll share both files so you guys can take a look at, and this is the result. The temperature overall in this system is a little bit higher. You can see it goes up to 10. And I think it's working nicely. Now, obviously, I mean, it's working nicely for the test. Now, I'm gonna go back to the previous one and talk about a few things. So, what I don't like in this sim, or even in this one, or any result that we're gonna get from the Pyro. First of all, we have a lot of controls that are a little bit unintuitive. You get heat, you get ignition, you get fuel, you get temperature, you get burn, and it gets a little bit confusing, to be honest. I don't like all those channels for the end for me to use a temperature, to use just the fire field, which is the temperature. And then if you look at this example, you can see that there is a smoke rising up a lot, but there is no temperature, and this is a big issue for me because it doesn't make sense for this to rise if there is no temperature. Even if it's still hot because of the entire explosion, it would have decayed by this time. And the temperature range, if it's not visible from between 0 and 1, then this should not cause the sim to go this high. If there is a temperature and it's not too high, it shouldn't go up this much. And then what I don't like is all the turbulence. Everything we see here, it's just affecting the sim. It's breaking up the sim. It's not coming from inside. It's being applied onto it. And you can see once you see a detail, it goes through a layer of turbulence that just breaks it, and it keeps happening over and over and over. And that's basically the main thing that we're going to fix. We don't want that. We want the sim to evolve, and as it evolves, it creates details. Now you can see here all these mushroom layers. We're gonna fix that. We want the beginning, we want these guys to always have details, to always have interesting details, and then as they evolve, they reveal more stuff. Now, one other aspect, one very important aspect, if I go back here, is the swirliness. I don't see any rotation, any curling happening in these sims. Okay, I don't see. It's hard to show in this example, but I don't see any rolling. That's the word. I don't see any rolling, and it's just expanding. It's just something that is growing. There is no evolution. There is no mixing between the interior and the exterior. There is no rolling or vortex or anything. And we want to add that. And then all the other controls that we have, the fuel, and then the temperature, and then the burn, the gas ignition, we want the system to be much simpler. Now, I'm not saying that the pyro combustion model is totally obsolete. It can be used to create certain effects like the fire that we're going to be creating in the next video, but overall you're not going to be able to achieve a lot of complex looks. Now, the other thing that we don't have control over is the expansion here. You can see how linear this part is, which is very, very important. Now, there's a lot of sourcing techniques that we can implement, but it doesn't have we don't have any control as to what's going to happen with the sim, how it's going to expand, and I want to be able to do that. So we're going to add that in the solver as well. And then the other thing which we could have done with the existing tools is we don't have any density, which is just a tweak that we have to do. We don't have any masking, any proper masking for the forces. Everything is being affecting the fine density areas, same as the thicker areas. And I think these are pretty much all the notes that I have. And then as we make more progress and start building our system, we'll understand the benefit and how easy it is to create various complex effects. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.